We're going to begin our section on the time value of money here. In this video, I'm going to briefly introduce the concept and intuition behind the time value of money before getting into computations in later videos. The time value of money is all about manipulating or moving money through time. I think it's one of the most important skills to learn in this class because it's a fundamental component to valuation, whether we're talking about stock valuation, bond valuation, or the valuation of anything really. Because it's so fundamental to valuation, it's going to show up over and over again in this course. So it's important that you become very comfortable with the concept. Time value money can be summarized by this simple choice. Would you rather receive option A, which is getting $300 all today, or option B, getting $300 spread out, $100 today, $100 next year, and $100 the following year? You might look at these two choices and say, it doesn't matter. $300 is $300. So A and B are the same. We're going to show that these two choices are actually very different. To introduce the idea of time value money, let's go back to elementary school. Imagine I give you an apple today, one apple next year, and another one the year after that. How many apples will you have at the end? Well, you could draw a timeline if you want to, and you would see that you would have 1, 2, 3 apples at the end. Now let's try to do the same thing with money. Say I give you a $100 bill today, $100 next year, and another $100 the year after that. You would have $300, right? Wrong. The difference between apples and money is that money can work for you and grow over time. How? Money earns interest. Let's go back to our fruits. We should be treating money at different points in time, just like you're receiving different fruits. Instead of getting 3 apples, you get an apple today, a banana next year, and a pineapple the following year. Try to add those up. You would have 3 of what at the end? Well, you wouldn't have 3 of anything in particular. You wouldn't have 3 apples or 3 bananas. You would have 3 completely different things. So you can't simply add them together. You should imagine money working the same way. Even though these look like identical $100 bills, you should treat them as if they're completely different, like an apple, a banana, and a pineapple. Because they're completely different, we can't add them together. So how can we add money together? To do this, we have to first convert them all to the same units. To illustrate this, let's do an example you might be familiar with. If you've ever traveled outside the country, you've probably had to deal with currency exchanges. Let's say you got home from a trip to Japan, emptied out your pockets, and found you had $100 and 75 Japanese yen. You add them together and you have 175. Well, 175 what? $175? 175 yen? Well, you don't have 175 of anything because those are completely different items. To be able to add your dollars and yen together, you have to first do a conversion. You look up the exchange rates and find that $1 is equal to 105 Japanese yen. With that information, we can convert the yen into dollars. That's what we're doing here in parentheses. We find that our 75 yen are equal to 71 US cents. Once we have the yen converted to dollars, now everything is in the same units, US dollars. And now we can add them up and see we have $100.71. We can convert the other way, go from dollars to yen. Once we convert everything to the same units, which is yen, we can add them together and find that we have a total of 11,186 yen. It's important to notice that these two values are equivalent. $100.71 is the exact same thing as 11,186 yen. They're just presented in different units. Money at different points in time have different units. So even though these $100 bills look identical, you need to treat them as if they're different, just like they're dollars, yen, or pesos. The units are going to be in terms of time. This $100 today can be looked at as 100 year $0. The one received next year can be looked at as 100 year $1. And the final one is 100 year $2. Since they all have different units, how can we add them together? We need to use an exchange rate to convert them. The interest rate is going to function as our exchange rate. If we want to add the money on this timeline together to find out how many year $2 we're going to have, we need to first convert the money we received today into year 2 units. Then convert the money we receive next year into year 2 units. And finally, convert the final one into year 2 units. We actually don't have to do anything here since it's already in the units we want. Now that they're all in terms of the same units, year 2 dollars, we're able to add them together and get an answer for our question. This sum will tell us how much we have in year 2 units. Let's dig in a little into the intuition behind time value money. We can quickly summarize it by saying $1 today is worth more than $1 in the future. Why is $100 received today not the same as $100 received next year? Well, I can come up with 3 reasons why. First, people are impatient. They would rather consume today than wait to consume in the future. For example, I love ice cream, and I really want to eat a scoop of ice cream today. I don't want to wait. So how can someone convince me to wait until tomorrow to eat? Well, they could offer me 2 scoops tomorrow. For me, 1 scoop today is equal to 2 scoops tomorrow. People would rather use their money to consume today, so in order to get them to wait, you have to compensate them with a little something extra. $1 today is worth more than $1 in the future. A second reason is inflation. Inflation is just the tendency for prices of things to rise over time. Suppose a scoop of ice cream costs $2 today, but will cost $3 tomorrow. Then in order to get me to give up my $2 today, you need to give me at least $3 tomorrow, because I want to ensure that I have enough money to buy the same products in the future as I am today. Thus, $1 today is worth more than $1 in the future. A final reason has to do with uncertainty or risk. If I give you my money today, and there's even a slight chance I won't be able to get it all back in the future, I won't be satisfied just getting my loan back. I will need some extra compensation for the risk I'm taking. To induce me to give up my money today, you have to give me more in the future. $1 today is worth more than $1 in the future. Going back to the initial question I posed, it should be clear now that these 2 options are not the same. $300 is not just $300. There's a relationship between time and money that impacts how we value things. In the next videos, we'll try to quantify this relationship. We'll be able to directly compare A and B to see which one is worth more.